good afternoon, good evening, whichever part you are. And Mr. Arnold, right? Can I call you Arnold?
Yeah,
That's okay.
we have Arnold and Hirve, both of them with
Both
us.
of them are there. And where is Mr. Harvey from?
He's also from Rwanda.
Okay, so first of all, let me wish you Happy Independence Day, which was there on I think, the 1st of July. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
So, yeah, Happy Independence Day. We have a very special bonding with Rwanda, as just few months back, the ambassador of Her Excellency of Rwanda, she's based in India, and she was here on the campus. So, definitely, Rwanda holds a very, very special place to us. Now, first of all, thank you so much for joining this session. And Acharya and Marifa, hope that once you are done with the session, you have clarity on your career path and how both of us can help you to achieve a career of your dreams. Before I start on telling you anything more about it, let me take a minute to introduce myself so that you know who is talking and from where. So my name is Miss Sonia Sharma. I represent a university in India, in south part of India, in the city Bangalore, and our university is Acharya. Acharya actually means teacher. So we are based in India. So we actually are more than 30 years old of university, where we have been having more than around now 100 programs in different fields, be it pharmacy, allied health, physiotherapy, nursing, and many many more to go for. We are the first university, you can say, who started to get the international students from across Africa. Our first international student on the campus was in 2006 from Tanzania. So you can imagine, you can see the journey from 2006 to 2026. We have been having international students Africa. So what I can say is Africa, Acharya is home to African students. And I myself personally have traveled to almost half of Africa, but not Rwanda yet. But yes, near to you, Uganda, and all those countries, I have traveled almost half of Africa. So I can say that with a lot of pride that yes, we have now close to around 2.5 to 3,000 international students who are studying, and out of that, almost around 1,000 plus are from Africa continent. So you can imagine the kind of diversity which we have on the campus, and the African flavors which we have from all part, be it East, West, Central Africa, anywhere that we have that. So that is a brief about Acharya, and we will definitely share with you the videos and all that later. So that is brief about me and Acharya.
Sonia, thank you very much. I mean, you've been a superstar. I mean, you just jumped in and started. I mean, introducing yourself, guys. Guys, this is Acharya, and she's the one woman who's representing Acharya. Acharya is one of our proud partners. I mean, at Marifa, our effort is to work with institutions who are committed to offer the best education to students across the world. And Acharya is one of our partners. So myself, Venkat Gudipati, I'm the founder at Marifa, and Marifa is a knowledge sharing ecosystem bridging between India and Africa. And today's session is not about admissions. Today's session is not about India. It's about your career. Today's session is about you, your career, and your future in the healthcare domain. So thank you very much for everyone who has registered for this session and the ones who have joined this session. So without I mean delaying further, I mean let us start with seeing the video of Acharya University. Then from there, I mean, we'll take it up very specific questions as the very specific questions. I mean, if you have any, we can answer those questions. I have a list of questions on behalf of all our community members to ask Miss Sonia. So we are going. I'm going to ask so many questions on behalf of the people who have not joined, so that I mean later we can publish this for the benefit of everyone. Okay. So let's see the video of Acharya. You guys are seeing my screen?
Yes.
Welcome to Acharya, where the world comes to learn, in the heart of India's Silicon Valley, Bengaluru. The lush green campus offers a serene and vibrant environment for learning and growth. Equipped with state-of-the-art facilities, our campus is designed to foster innovation and excellence. Cutting-edge research facilities, enabling students to explore their passion across 50-plus academic streams and 100-plus diverse programs. Our cutting-edge labs are designed to foster creativity, critical thinking, and hands-on learning across a range of disciplines. They are equipped with the latest tools and technology to fuel your passion for discovery. Here you'll find industry-standard equipment that bridges the gap between theory and practice. With specialized labs for every stream of education, be it engineering, health, design, or any stream of education, students are prepared to tackle real-world challenges head-on. Acharya boasts Bengaluru's largest sports infrastructure, encouraging students to excel in both academics and athletics. A modern, fully equipped gym on campus is designed to help students stay fit and active. A thriving community with 12,000 plus students from 75 plus nations, where every passion finds its place. Experience the excitement of Bengaluru's largest campus fest, Acharya Haba, a celebration of creativity, culture, and innovation. With 80 plus international university collaborations and 70 plus industry associations, Acharya creates a global impact. Acharya integrates digital precision into education
supported by 1,000 plus eminent faculty members. At Acharya, we don't just prepare students for jobs, we shape leaders for the future. With a dedicated training ecosystem and our innovative ADAC strategy, assess, develop, assess, customize, we ensure every student is ready to thrive in the dynamic professional world. Our focus on practical skills, industry exposure, and holistic development empowers Acarians to rise above the rest, creating success stories that inspire. Modern comforts in a home-like setting, our hostels provide a secure and inclusive living experience. The hostel dining hall offers a variety of nutritious and delicious meals to suit every palate. With a focus on fresh, locally sourced ingredients, students enjoy a balanced menu, featuring everything from traditional dishes to international cuisines. Our top-notch laundry facility takes the hassle out of laundry day. With efficient machines, spacious areas, and affordable pricing, you can stay focused on your studies without worrying about chores. Our digital library and knowledge center ensure that learning is always at your fingertips. Join Acharya and experience an engaging, inclusive educational journey that empowers you to lead globally.
Wow. Wow, guys, this is Acharya.
Thank you
So,
for
guys,
sharing
this
our
is
knowledge.
Acharya Institution. I have personally visited institution, and everything, whatever we have seen on the uh, video. I have personally visited all of them. This is one of the beautiful institution with a great infrastructure, especially as the as mentioned in the video. I have seen the kind of a sports facility they have, which most of our African students love, because football is something, I mean, our African students love, and having a sports facility with a wonderful infrastructure is something which is amazing. Thank you very much. So this is about the institution, guys. So Miss Sonia, we would love to hear from you a little more about the kind of facilities universities offering it to students, especially talk about how many number of African students are in the institution, from which other countries they are coming from. Then we can go with further other questions.
Sure. Thank you so much. Well, talking about the total strength of students on the campus, we have close to around 15,000 students on the campus, and out of which we have 3,000 students who are foreign passport holders. That means international students. And out of that, around 1,500 plus, we have only from the African continent. So you can see that there is a good number of African students who are studying. We also had the Rwandan students, but they recently passed out, and they were also sponsored under the scholarship, the plans. And we have students from, if I start naming few of them, we have students from Uganda, we have students from Tanzania, we have students from Congo, we have students from Zimbabwe, we have students from even, from Sudan, South Sudan. We have students who are also studying from, the part of, what do you call that, like Zanzibar, and also the countries which are, where the students do not go much out. Like, for example, we discover that many of the students wanted to go for a healthcare, like Nigeria and all that. So we have students from those countries as well. So the list is really, really long, but you can say that Acharya has a presence across Africa, and not just recently. Since 2000, I think, two onwards, our first batch of international student that came in 2002 was from Tanzania. So that is where we started, having our international students. And today, It takes such a pride moment that most of our alumni are working successfully, even in the ministries, in the different, the government, Tanzania, and all that. They are working very, very successfully in the different parts of the world. And especially as the topic is today about the paramedical and healthcare. So let me tell you, we do not just train the students to just come study, do research. We train also them to be an entrepreneur. So a lot of our few of our African students are already having, their pharmacy companies and are successfully running their pharmacy business in different parts of Africa as well, which definitely makes us feel very, very pride when we see, our students in the different domains, whether it's a job, it's a private job, it's a government job, or they are an entrepreneur. So that is where we have. We are a college that is under has all the required approvals. See, these are very small things, but these are very important things. Now, whenever you're looking forward to study any course anywhere in any country, first thing you need to ask is, is the degree that I'm going to get from there, will that be recognized back in my country? Will that be recognized worldwide? So that, you should not join a college where your degrees will not be valuable. So for that, I say that Acharya has all the required approvals, affiliations under the government of India, which makes all of our programs, being globally recognized, accepted, so that not even studies, but yes, you can go ahead and start working out there. Now, our focus in the healthcare industry or be it any of our program is a little different. Different in a sense, we do not work on, students to come sit in the class, read the lectures, and then go back home. No, because we believe that you get polished only when you are updated about what's happening new. That's why if you say a pharmacy college has research labs which have been successfully, built up by different companies where the different research on different medicines are being done. So what happens in that case? You are not just coming here and studying the books. You are coming here and actually getting trained in the research labs. So that gives you an edge. So tomorrow, when you graduate, you know what is happening in the industries because you are directly connected with the industry. So all our programs are mandatorily to be industry trained by all the students. That is one thing that we really, really strongly focus on. So you can say approximately 300 to 350 hours year you will only be working or getting your training with the industries so that you are industry certified. Now paramedical cannot be without you having your trainings and all that with the hospital. So for like a physiotherapy and all, we have our in-house cleaning, but to give you a better exposure, we have also tied up with different hospitals. It could be a government hospital, it could be a private hospital, so that you get more exposure on how to, the hospital industry works. Now, over the year, especially post COVID, the healthcare industry has become so, so much demanding. You know why? Because people are now more aware about their health and everyone is now more focused on the healthcare. Because of that, all of a sudden, there is almost more than 200% jump in the job opportunities in the healthcare industry. And India, I am very proud to say, India, if I mean, you can Google search also. India is very, very strong when it comes to healthcare industry. People come from international, global countries to India to get the health treatment. I'm sure so somewhere you would have also heard from anywhere in Africa also. People come to going to India for the medical treatment. Why? Because you get the best of the healthcare facilities in India. So if you're looking for a healthcare industry, what are the important things that you need to do? Okay, I want to go out and study, but I want to go in a country where, the infrastructure for that program is at the best. Correct? So, I want to ask, what all you know about India?
Arnold, Arnold, Hirve, or Emma, you guys can answer.
So let's make this
Oh,
as an
what?
interaction session.
Yeah, Arnold, you are saying something.
Okay. What I would like to say is you have told us that India is good in uh, is advanced in healthcare domain. Reason why most of the international foreigner people came to see those healthcare services in India. But nowadays it seems that it is not easy for people to travel from here to there, getting visa, and also to pursue the education there. So, how do you manage that one if you promote the tourism related to healthcare? So, I don't know how do you relate those things?
From
Okay.
Miss, yeah, you'd like to take the question?
You want to?
No, no, please go on.
Okay, okay. First of all, thank you for interacting, because it's very important that we interact so that we understand, what all we want to learn from each other. And at least you know about India. That's also good, because that makes you, a person who's aware about, what is happening geopolitically, and, where you want your career to go. That's also a good thing. Yes, India, as you said, there are a lot of people out there who are working in the top positions in different companies. Let me add a little bit over here to make things more clearer to you. Okay. Now, yes, India, if you talk about IT, India is known for IT. India is also known for healthcare. India is also known for other programs as such, which could be, in the skill development as well. So there are a lot of other things which India is involved into it. Today's session is also not just about Acharya, not just about India, but about you to take a right career decision. And that is where I wanted to say, first of all, India welcomes more than 50,000, between 50 to 90,000 international students every year. And it's been rising, and it's been going beyond 1 lakh students every year. Now, which means that globally, students are preferring India as a destination to come and study. I'm also happy to share that, if you go through a little of the surveys, if you penetrate deeper, Acharya stands as the second university in that survey where the international students have come. So you can see it's already a popular choice for international students to come to Acharya and India for their studies. Now, when we talk about international student, let me talk about Acharya, how we do. Now, I had international admissions. That means day in and out. I'm working with each and every international students out there. We ensure that every student, first of all, with our partner like Marifa, goes through a very smooth admission process. So you do not have to worry about, how do I apply? What do I do? Where do I go for the visa and all that? Second thing is, once you land out here, there's a beautiful transition. We have student ambassadors of Africa, which means even before you land, you are connected with your buddy, which is known as a buddy system, so that you are more comfortable when you travel. I personally interact with, even the parents out there, because definitely parents will have a lot of queries and questions about how my child's going to adapt and all that. So that is also where we work on it. Um, I think that was what you wanted to know. If there's anything else.
I think he was talking about the difficulty in securing the visa. That's what he was talking about.
No, that's what I said. Visa should not be an issue because we are very, very closely connected with an Indian embassy out there. And the moment you take an admission, your documents, such as an admission letter, your passport, and everything, is being emailed to the embassy. So, minimum or maximum within 1 week to 10 days, you get the visa on hand. Rest, I'm sure Marifa would be there to assist you in each and every step.
Yeah. Arnold, if I may add a little bit to what Miss Sonia mentioned, okay, get securing a Indian visa is not a difficult thing as far as I mean you have a right reason and right documentation in place. Okay, India Indian government or Indian embassies are absolutely flexible in terms of offering the visas to deserving candidates with the right reasons and right documents. That is the reason. I mean, today, as Miss Sonia mentioned, I mean, there are a lot many students are coming to India. There are a lot many people are coming to India, not just for education, even for healthcare services or multiple business opportunities. So I don't think I mean visa is an issue if you are applying for India. I hope I mean we have answered your question.
Yeah, comparatively to few countries' embassies, you have to undergo a lot of interviews, which would not be a case out here.
Yeah, Arnold, you're saying something.
Okay, what I want to say again is there are some more international universities which operate in other countries. Maybe they have origin from one country, let's say an example in India, but it is now operating in another country. Um, so you told us that you have a collaboration in with more than 80 and above industries and those international universities.
Hmm.
And taking an example to our country, Rwanda, um, those universities, we also have those universities, international universities operating into our country. So, do you have collaboration with those international universities operating in other countries, especially in Africa? And if so, uh, how what about these industrial collaborations with it? Maybe the industry sector is advanced in your home countries, but nowadays in our home countries, I mean African countries, those developing countries, it is still a problem. And how do you support this one? That's a question, my question, yeah.
Got it. Got it.
Okay, well, talking about the industry collaborations, please understand industries collaborations practically work in the same country because you need to visit them, which definitely cannot happen that just for 2 weeks or so you go to a different country and you spend so much. Industry collaborations practically always work in the same country where you have an access, a frequency, and an accessibility to go for the different program. But yes, we are also working with different universities, not just universities, but hospitals abroad as well, where our students can even go for the exchange programs, where they even get, like, for example, for a nursing program, we are tied up with a lot of hospitals in Germany. So students, even before they complete the program, they have an offer letter in their hand. We have students who have come from Sweden and they have come for the healthcare industry for that. We have students who have come from Uzbekistan and many, many other countries as well. So, those things, yes, definitely work on the international platform. But to give you hand on learning experience, industry tie ups would always be in the same country.
Did you?
Anything you want to add, Mr. Venkat?
Yeah, Arnold, did you get the did you get the answer to your question? Yep.
Okay, of course, thank you very much. I have got an answer, but sorry for interruption. When I joined, you have told us that this session is not about the scholarship, and what I want to tell you is that even though we are together in this meeting, I'm not actually in healthcare domain right now, but in the secondary, I pursued my science-related subjects like physics, chemistry, biology, and mathematics. But
Mm.
now I have not yet get an opportunity to continue in this healthcare domain in university. So that's my background, and I have completed my science studies in secondary last year, 2025. So I don't know if there's anything you can tell me about that. It was an interruption. I'm so sorry.
No
Yeah.
worries, no worries. If I may add answer to this question, um, Arnold, as you have finished physics, chemistry, and biology, okay, most of the courses offered in India, I mean, you are eligible for those healthcare programs. Okay, you can apply to healthcare. For example, if I talk about Acharya as an institution, Acharya itself offers nearly about 10 to 12 healthcare programs, starting from physiotherapy, nursing, or farm
Pharmacy, allied health.
pharmacy, allied. So there are multiple programs they offer. So you are absolutely allowed to apply for the programs in Acharya itself.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you finished your senior six? You said, I mean, last year, right? Last year you finished your
Yeah.
senior six.
Yes, it is in last year.
Absolutely. So you can absolutely apply for those programs. Okay. The only thing when you are applying, you can get in touch with us and we will understand what are your priorities in terms of getting into healthcare programs. For example, in our experience for working with African students for so many years, most of the African students understand that healthcare means either pharmacy or nursing, or they think that, I mean, healthcare means becoming an MBBS doctor. But healthcare is beyond these three. Pharmacy and nursing definitely have got a lot of quick employment opportunities, but there are there are so many other programs which you can definitely pursue. For example, if you are a person interested in engineering, you can go for biotechnology. Biotechnology is another program which you may pursue in the same healthcare domain. Similarly, you may explore a program, as I mentioned, doctor of pharmacy or physiotherapy or radiology or image technology or cardiac care specialist. So you can get into those specialized programs. Our team is definitely there to understand your preferences and guide you which program you would want to go and what that program needs in terms of you submitting the application form. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, you have answered. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
So
so I may just add on to your one of your point which you raised about scholarships. Okay, now Acharya is happy to share that we offer scholarships on three parameters. One is your academics. So if your grades are really good, you definitely are eligible to apply for a scholarship. Second is sports. Um, we have 25 sports on the campus, and African students have always made us proud when it comes to sports and representing Acharya at the different, state levels as well. So we definitely encourage students who have represented their school or the college at the sports level so that there is a scholarship for that as well. Then we have the third category, which says if the parents are in the teaching profession or in the defense, because definitely being an education industry, we value the teachers. So there are three parameters under which a student can apply. Based on where you stand for it, you can support the documents while applying for it, and we will review. And based on your documents, you will receive an offer letter which will mention what will be the scholarship for. the entire program for that. It may start something from 500, it may go up to 2000 or $1,500. It would depend from program to program. Further, to add on to this, Acharya, all programs are very, very affordable comparatively to, if you, let's say, if you want to go to US or Europe or UK, you would spend somewhere around 10,000 or I guess more than that dollars a year for your healthcare programs. But here you may, depending upon again on the program, you may just spend around $3,000 or something a year, and it may be less depending again on the program, but on an approximately around $3,000. So you're seeing 70% as it is gets reduced for that without a compromise on the quality. So you're getting an education where you are getting the best. Second, it's an affordable now, and also the living cost. Let me tell you the living cost, because definitely we all plan the budgets. Okay, I'm choosing Acharya, I'm choosing India, what would my budget stand? Now we have hostels, we have our international students studying in staying in the hostel, though the initial challenge would be the spice level, but if you get adjusted, yes, you can come and stay. Otherwise, we have students who are staying outside as well. Other than hostel, if you want to stay outside, let me tell you, your house and your food, basic food and all that would not cost you more than, I think, around 300 to 50 to $300 a month. So it's quite affordable in terms of your food, accommodation, your studies. So if you plan like, and plus there will be scholarships, so if you plan like this, it is definitely going to be a decent thing for that.
Yeah, yeah. Guys, as Miss Sonia mentioned, Acharya has got definitely very, very accommodative hostel options. Okay, you may choose to stay in the hostel. They also have options where, I mean, they will give you all the infrastructure and you can cook on your own and eat. That's a kind of a facility you have. And there are a lot of students come and stay in the hostels. And Bangalore is a city called Silicon Valley of India. Bangalore is a city where you will find probably about 10,000 African students in one area. That's a kind of a city it is. It is a very, very accommodative city, and you can definitely, you will love the weather, especially most of the African students who are coming from East Africa. They love the weather because they don't find much difference in Bangalore
Yeah.
weather comparative with other parts of India. So
Yes.
that's very, very definitely a point to be considered while you're choosing the I mean program in India or an institution like Acharya. So we have another person. Academic Bridge is somebody who has joined. Hello, Mr. Team, Academic Bridge team. Thank you very much for joining us. I hope that's Trevor. If you're on the call and you have any questions, we have Miss Sonia, Head of International Admissions, with us from Acharya University. You have any questions, you can definitely ask.
How are you doing, by the way? Sorry, I was late for the meeting.
No
Can you
worries.
hear me?
Yes, yes, please go on.
Okay. Currently, I don't have any questions. Right. So once something pops up, I will be sure to ask.
Okay, okay, good. I have a question. In fact, I mean, Miss Sonia, you've answered most of my questions in your talk, but I really loved the kind of a scholarship model what you have, because your scholarships are very, very planned in a way that, I mean, well well in advance. I mean, when a student is
Yes.
applying, one thing which I definitely liked, and in fact, two things I liked is academics is, of course, it's something, I mean, most of the universities are offering, but two very interesting things which caught my attention is your scholarship is attached to the student's sports ability. If somebody is in sports, which means, I mean, you're encouraging people in the sports to come and join the institution, and
Yes.
you're going to nurture them from the day one, because if somebody is interested in sports, that is fantastic. And another interesting thing which I loved is The parents are in either teaching or a defense background. These are two things which I really like. I encourage our partners to really talk about this in your communication with the students, because this is very important, guys. And uh, uh, and You talked about a buddy system. Could you
Yes.
please give us a little more understanding about what is this buddy system? I mean, this is very interesting thing. I mean, what does the buddy system? How does this work?
Okay. See now, you know, I also traveled the world, and I've traveled to a lot of African countries as well. You feel good when when you land in a country and you have somebody who's there, to welcome you and to make you feel comfortable. And that is what experience we want to give it to our students. We don't want them to just land at the airport and think, okay, how do I go? Where do I go? How where do we get the cab and all that from? So what we do is, obviously, I'm in touch with them from the time they take admission and apply and all that, just to make them feel more comfortable at each and every step. My first, importance or the focus is to make a student comfortable. If you're not comfortable, then even if you've traveled the miles, you will not be able to adjust,
Absolutely.
because immediately you start feeling homesick. I'm not getting the food which I want and all that. So I assign students, in African students, who will play a role as a buddy to make sure the transformation from the time a student starts a flight from their country and till this time they have adjusted to their teachers and classroom, that person stays with them. It could be a senior in doing the same program. It could be a fellow student, or it could be any other student from any other program. But definitely somebody will be there to receive you from airport, ensure that you come. And if you do not want to stay in hostel, we give you 2 nights complimentary hostel stay, because obviously you just cannot come and find the house. We also assist you, our senior students also assist you in finding the places nearby, how to get a local SIM card, for example, getting your house agreement done if you're staying outside, because you have to register with immigration. Where you can get your groceries from, helping you to download the local apps. Like we have the apps and we have groceries delivered out there, making you interact with other international students. So there's always a session for them where they interact. We don't want to, bombard them, okay, do this, do this, do this. Take your time, be comfortable, adjust, and then we slowly move on to it. So your transition is very smooth. And then from there, you hand it over to your class teachers so that you start with your academics and all that. So, but one thing we are very strict is attendance. 95% attendance is mandatory. Many international students out there in Bangalore, they come and tell me, ma'am, few of the universities, the students got admission, and they really don't care if the student is coming or not, just come for the exam and do that. But that is not, we don't want to play with your career. You're here to study, you're here to learn, you're here to go back with an experience. And for that, you have to come to the college. So 95% attendance is mandatory. You will have an app. We are also, sending the reports directly to the parents and all, well, so that they are also aware, because, otherwise they're like, I don't know what happened. My son gone there, then is he going to the classes or not? No, everyone will be updated. And that's how we do that. And sports is definitely one thing which is there, but it is not just limited to sports. We have different clubs. We have almost 13 to 15 different clubs, based on their choice. I ask them, what club you want to be? You want to be a part of culture, you want to be a part of theater, you want to be part of the social work that we do, the nature walks and all that. So based on the choice, the students join the club. Every student has to mandatorily also go through the soft skill training, the confidence building training, presentation skills. Sometimes what happens is we know everything, but when we are going out for an interview or we want to start something, we cannot present. But our role goal is end of your 4 years, 3 years, whichever program you are doing, you are groomed. And I actually have seen a makeover, a makeshift of personalities of the students who were very shy, but now they're coming up and taking part onto that. So definitely studies would always be your first priority. But other than that, we would definitely be encouraging our students to be a part of extracurricular activities and all that. Um, and I want you to follow our Instagram page, which is Acharya International underscore. The reason is so that you know its page is dedicated to international students of Acharya, so that you see what is happening with the students out there, what kind of activities, sports, and all that they're doing. And today, proudly, the senior students who have graduated, they come back. Recently, 2 months back, we have a student from Congo. She came back after 10 and a half years back to the campus. So it's a very proud feeling. So our connection is for the lifelong. Once an Acharya, you're always an Acharya. That's what we say.
That's amazing. Miss Sonia, I mean, I really love the buddy concept, but you talked about 95% attendance. I know most of our African students are not used to having a strict attendance thing, but they will definitely, they are learning when they are coming to India. Tell me one thing about, I mean, I understand the students are 1,000 miles away from their
Mm,
families in India for the
mm,
education, and I totally agree with you. They
mm,
must they dedicate their time to education. I totally agree with you. Now, tell me when it comes to career transition after their graduation. Okay, there are two things
mm,
which always I wanted to ask somebody, but now this is an opportunity I'm asking on behalf of our community members. Number one, does Acharya help our students go through from India when they come to India for a bachelor's? If they want to pursue masters in some other institution, probably this question is connected to Arnold's one of the questions. Does
mm,
Acharya has any partnerships to transit them from India
mm,
to another country? That is
mm.
question number one. The same following to the same question, does Acharya help our international students, specifically coming from Africa, in terms of securing an employment opportunity, either back in Africa or in India or some other part of the world? How does this works with Acharya?
Yeah. Thank you so much for taking this question, and I'm sure it will really help a lot of students out there. First of all, for the studies after studying in Acharya, we in house we have a department which is a study abroad, where we just recently, I think 3 months back, we had almost 40 to 45 universities from different part of the world who had come, and they're also offering different scholarships if you're just an Acharyan. So we are tied up with a different countries for different which have different programs. It could be healthcare, it could be engineering, even the programs like law, criminology, and all that. So there are different universities, yes, whether it's a UK, US, Australia, New Zealand, even Italy. So we have a lot of universities which are there. If you're looking for that, our department will definitely help you from your final year. From your final year to start, they will also help you in how you can apply, how you can get the visa out there, what would be the documents required. So all that, yes, in house we have that facility. Now, coming to the placement. Now, whenever I and my director, Mr. Ganesh, when we travel, we just not travel just to meet the students and all that. We also connect with different companies. And I'm very happy to say the batch just recently we just graduated. Three of our students are about to get an offer letter today. It's already been, we have received an email, and with the paid internship to start with. So definitely we send your recommendations to different companies across the different countries that the student has graduated, and we recommend the student to be appointed in your company based on their parameters which are there. So we will definitely help you out on that.
Amazing, amazing. So, guys, this is like a transition from Rwanda to India and India to rest of the world. So, uh, so it is an opportunity, guys. I mean, institutions like I think Acharya has been in the space of education for about more than 2 decades, 2.5 decades.
3 decades, yeah.
Three
Yeah.
decades of experience. They know how to make a student's life comfortable before they leave their home. That's how the buddy system has emerged in their experience. I mean, we can understand the kind of a experience they are bringing in terms of making somebody's life easy, somebody's life secured, and very very strong enough. It's not just about academics. They are also grooming all the students to become industry ready before they step out of the institution. That's amazing. That's amazing, guys. Before we go to the last part of the session and questions, I would ask one more time, do you have any more questions for Miss Sonia? Arnold, Hervé, uh, Trevor? No. Great, great. If yeah, Hervé.
Yeah, thank you. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That was very insightful informations. And for me, I have probably like two questions. One is for like during the admission period or the admission process. Sometimes students have pursued different educations or combinations in their high schools, like
Mm,
and
mm,
different programs. Some did Cambridge programs,
mm,
and others did these regular programs, which are traditional programs, and others did will do like BTech program, which is I think something a new program which is merging. So my question is on BTech program. So, how eligible is someone who did a BTech program and who want to pursue healthcare-related educations into Acharya? How is how are they? How do you consider them to be eligible? Like when you see to the courses that
mm,
they don't do like physics, biology, chemistry as
mm.
such or as like that. They do it in practical way. So the theory is less, but the practical is is intense. So how do you handle that? The second is when you check on like different programs or different universities, some the last year of the program they dedicated to internships. So how early is do you send your students to these internships from your university?
Okay. Mr. Venkat, can I take this?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay. All right. First of all, thank you for asking the question, which means you have been actively listening and you have interest. That's where you ask the question, and you should always make the best use of opportunity you get to get the facts more clear. Well, as I said, first of all, I don't know if I told you or not, we have students from 75 nationalities. 75 nationalities are there on the campus. So you can understand every country, every nationality has a different education system. So we do have a process where we do equivalence of what they have studied in their country and whether that qualifies for undergraduate like a bachelor's or a master's program. Few of the program, yes, the subject requirements are mandatory because that is where industry requirements are. For example, if you're looking for a engineering program, maths and physics would be a mandatory because that's a very basics for you to do. And the third subject could be chemistry, biology, computers, electronics. But if you're looking for a healthcare profession such as a nursing, physiotherapy, allied health, then again, your physics, chemistry, biology combination works, because that that means you have a base ready for you to come and study those programs. Other than that, if you're looking for other programs which are very general, like computer applications, business management, we also have now BBA sports management, something that the African students should look for it, because it has a great career out there. There, even any subject combination students will work. So only for engineering and for the healthcare paramedical program, those science subjects are mandatorily required. Other than that, any subject combinations will work out. Talking about the internships, I'm very happy to share that today only one of our batch has gone to the internship, and maybe we will post in another 2 to 3 days on our page. So, yes, internship opportunities are there, because it is a mandatory in your curriculum. You cannot graduate without doing an internship. So you have to mandatorily do that, and Acharya assist you to ensure that you get the required internship as per your academic requirement. So you can be rest assured on that.
Great. Thank you, Miss Sonia. Thank you very much. Here we're adding to the academic requirements what Miss Sonia mentioned. I think there are particular programs need specific subject combinations because they are the foundation. As she mentioned, you cannot get into an engineering program without having mathematical and physics understanding. Similarly, for healthcare, you cannot get into an healthcare industry or a healthcare program without having physics, chemistry, and biology. These are foundations. Especially in India, even if you go for PhD, imagine you studied your bachelor's, master's in Africa and applying for PhD in India. Indian institutions will still ask you your senior six certificates because they want to see the foundation, because the foundation is very important for you to go up in your career. Without your senior six, without your basic foundation, Indian education system doesn't allow somebody to just pass their bachelor's, masters, and PhDs. No, it doesn't happen in India. Thank you very much for bringing that point, and thank you for asking that question, Hirve.
The only paramedical program that you can do without your science is your hospital administration. Now, there's a lot of requirement that has come up with the students who want to do the hospital administration, because definitely, there are so many departments in the hospital where which need to be managed. So, hospital administration bachelor's is a program. Even if you do not have science subjects, you can still go ahead and do that.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, they are not dealing with real health issues.
Yes,
Rather,
yes,
they are
yes,
dealing with administrational issues.
yes.
I mean, that's fair. Hirve, you have a question.
Yeah, I have another question. So I'm satisfied for the answers on the previous question that I asked. But this question goes beyond, it's not about healthcare related courses. So it's a different course. Like in Rwanda, sometimes a student might pursue a combination in A level, and when he joins university, he might choose a department where he's not required to have done like any rated courses on in previous academic educations, like in A level. Like for example, uh, if a student finishes A level while he did like math, economics, and geography, if they goes into private universities, they might get software engineering, IT or BIT, and when they want to pursue masters like in India, as you said, they will be required to have like a certain combination that they did in their A levels. So why is it that they don't even consider the university department or faculty that they did, yet if they want to pursue something related to what they have did in the university? Yeah.
Miss Sonia, would you like to
Yeah,
go?
yeah. Okay. Well, see, I understand your point out there, but you also need to understand every country has a different education system. where students are being trained. You talked about a student who does not have science subject what but wants to do an IT. Well, we do have an option out here as well. We have Bachelor of Computer Application, which is a 3 years program where the students are only learning computers, whether it's a Python, it's a website, website development, it's a cyber security, network security, programming, Java, C, C++. They're doing that in that as well. Okay. But it cannot be in engineering, but you're still doing it up. See, you also have to understand that, gone are those days where it's only engineering. If you're an engineer, yes, you have a bright future. Nothing like that. Now, Acharya is the only college that has come up with industry linked certification along with the regular course. Let me give you an example because we talked about IT. We have BCA program. One is the general BCA, which is a 3 years program where the students only study the computer applications. You can definitely go for masters also in that. Then we have BCA along with industry certification. Like we have cloud computing, where we have tied up with Microsoft, which means you are studying BCA and you're also doing industry certification from the Microsoft in cloud computing. Then, we have data science with IBM. So these days, if you're looking for a job, you know, just having a piece of a degree, paper of a degree will not get you a good job. You need to understand that today world requires you to be industry trained. Now let me ask you, when you studied in your school, the books which you studied, the curriculum which you had would be, I think, years old. But if you're talking about an IT, every now and then there's something new update. So how do you get updated? If you just read the books and take a degree, you will not be updated. When you enter the world to take up a career, you are lost because you have not studied that. That's where Acharya focuses on industry programs so that you are updated and certified. So, talking about the subject combinations, well, it depends from country to country. I'm sure any other country other than India would also have their own requirement because the education system of that country works along with that. But that does not restrict you. As I said, if you want to get into IT and you do not have science, you still have an option. You still have
Yeah.
an option to go for it.
Does that answer your question, Hirve?
Yeah, yeah, good.
Yeah. So if I may add a little bit to what Miss Sonia mentioned, Hirve and others. Uh, see, there are certain programs require a specific subject combinations from high school. Okay, and as Miss Sonia mentioned, every country has got their own structure or their own eligibility criteria for somebody to get into university. And in Rwanda, if you've studied maths, economics, and geography, and you went to university to study IT, now if you want to continue to pursue IT career in India, you may not be able to get computer science engineering program, but you have other options which will still allow you to pursue the IT related programs with the certification. And you see that when somebody who's working with a university, who's been a part of academics for so long, she's saying that, I mean, it's not just about your degree buddies. I mean, it is about you becoming industry ready, and that is how universities are now preparing students for. So thank you very much for bringing that point, Miss Sonia.
Yes, and we all of us need to adapt to the changes of the world. We
Yeah,
have to understand what is the requirement of the world in terms of different industries. So we have to come out of those old the thought process. This is what to do, this is what to do. There are many different programs which have come up which have a high job requirement out there,
great, great.
especially AIML, like, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Miss Sonia. Thank you very much for giving a wonderful understanding about institution and the opportunities available with Acharya. So before we close, let me summarize my learnings from this session today. Okay, the first thing is, guys, Acharya has the highlight for me is the buddy system. I think this is something which is one of the best takeaway for me today, because not just, I mean, enrolling somebody into the institution, but enrolling somebody and ensuring that, I mean, before they leave their home, making them comfortable, which means a lot to us at Marifa, because that is what our community wants. That is number one. Number two, the very interesting scholarship system what you have. I think that is a second takeaway for me. And the third takeaway for me is not just, I mean, preparing students for academics. You have hands-on training or a hands-on working opportunities for the students through internships, through labs, or a research opportunities. This is a third very interesting learning for me. And you have a lot of industry collaborations, and with the 30 years of working experience, I can understand, I mean, what is the contribution you're making for the people coming from Africa. These are some of my most important takeaways for me today. Guys, this is Acharya, and we are very, very proud and happy to have Acharya as our one of our partners. And we are so happy that, I mean, we are able to bring Acharya as one of our partner institutions to support our community members. And this is Marifa TV. I would encourage all of you to share this with all your friends. And we are going to publish this session on our TV YouTube channel, and we will be sharing the link with all of you. And before we close, Miss Sonia, I have one question. You've been working with students from 75 countries. It's not a joke. It's beyond Africa. Africa has got 54 countries, and you picked up, I mean, half a dozen a dozen names just like that from Africa, and I can understand the kind of a vast experience you are bringing. If you were to give one advice to every African student who's looking at coming to Acharya, India to study, what is that one thing you would like to advise them, and how do you recommend them to be prepared to come and study in Acharya and in India?
Okay, the first thing I always tell is, people come and they already have expectations. They already have in their mind, this is what will happen, this is what will happen if I'll go there. Recently, if you see our one of our Zimbabwean students' video on our Instagram, she did talk about it. When I was about to come to Acharya, I was very nervous. I'll leave my home. How will I adjust and all that? And now she was so confident to talk in front of the camera. Do not assume things. Do not come with a mindset, okay, this will happen, that will happen, that will happen. First is unwind, delete, and start fresh. Because the moment you start, okay, assuming when I land there, this will happen, that will happen, you start facing a lot of uh, issues out there in your mind. And trust me, the mind works very, very strong when it comes to you to adjust. Go with the flow, let yourself adapt. You have to understand that you have to adjust. You need to come with a mind, I'm going to a different country. I am going to be a new person. I'm there for my career. I know I am leaving my luxuries out here, my family out here, but I will be making a new family when I'm traveling to Acharya or India. So you need to come with a mind of like a book which has a blank page, and you create your memories out here. And we at Acharya will ensure that every chapter of your life over here, 3 to 4 years, will be beautiful. I cannot say it's everything is perfect. There's nothing perfect. There would be challenges out here, but we ensure that me and our Acharya, everyone, even my director, Mr. Ganesh, we ensure that we personally make sure that you have a beautiful chapters of your life out here.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you very much. When you mentioned about assumptions, I mean, I've been telling this in every session with my session with African youth. Guys, India is not a Bollywood movie. Most of the guys, the moment they think of India, they think of Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, flashy Bollywood movies and flashy image of India. No, India is absolutely a diverse country.
Yes.
Every 300 kilometers, you experience a different culture, different community, different food. It's as Ms. Sonia mentioned, if you come to India with a absolutely open mind, you will go back as a totally different person. Thank you very much for bringing that point, Miss Sonia. And another thing I forgot to mention from my learnings list, most important thing which you talked about is accreditations. I think this is something which is very, very important, guys. When you are looking at institutions like Acharya or any other institution in India, the most important thing you need to look at is accreditations of the institution. Do they have accreditation from UGC, which is University Grants Commission? Most important. Do they have AICTE? Any institution offering management and engineering program, do they have AICTE? Do they have NAC accreditation? NAC is given to institution with a great infrastructure.
Yes.
Acharya has got NAC A plus. That's a
Yes.
great institution. I mean, you need to look at such kind of accreditations, and every program has got a specific. For example, healthcare programs, nursing program has to have Nursing Council of India. Similarly, law program has got its own accreditation. Management, I mean, various other engineering programs have got their own accreditations. We need to look at those things, and all of them are published through our social media, so through our through our newsletters, our blog pages. I would encourage all of you to go and study them and get to learn. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us through our community, our partners network, and everywhere. Thank you very much. And this is a wonderful session. Miss Sonia, thank you very much for taking your time. Thank you very much for giving us a great knowledge about Acharya and the careers in India and the support you're bringing it to students. We are extremely happy to have you as our partner, and we look forward to having our students coming and joining Acharya Institution and making their careers. Thank you very much for being.
Thank you so much, Mr. Venkat. And first of all, let me also thank you from my side and on behalf of Acharya for giving such a good platform. When we started talking to you, we could see that passion, of giving the best to the African students, and that is what both of us share the same vision to give the best to our entire African community out there. So we do share the passion, and I'm sure with each other's support, we would definitely make a difference to African students' life. And thank you so much for arranging this session.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for joining us today. Without you, this session would have not been so interactive. Thank you, Arnold. Thank you, Hirve. Thank you, Trevor, for joining us. And we look forward to having more number of people coming in the future sessions. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.